Charleston White on my platform, conversations behind the scenes and on camera, called this out months ago. Everybody thought Charleston was crazy. I'm going to be reading Super Chat shortly. Everybody thought Charleston White was crazy. They felt a certain type of way. They was trying to hold him accountable. They said, oh, no, you can't say that, Charleston, because he's a black man and we got to be against the man and all of this other type of stuff. But I'm going to tell you, I talk to Charleston pretty regularly. And he called it. He said, Anton, they're going to have to make an example of him now, because if they don't make an example of him now, this is going to happen again. This is absolutely going to happen again. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and deep dive into that conversation, because Charleston absolutely be on the money. I'm going to start calling them Charleston Damas. I'm going to start calling them Charleston Damas. Nah, I don't want to do that one. Let's go into this one. I'm going to start calling them Charleston Damas. Make sure y'all hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. We going to have a phenomenal show here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it popping. So Ja Morant is a player for the for Memphis.
I saw that today. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, go ahead.
What'd you think about Ja Morant?
I can answer your question.
Well, hold on. Let me back up for a minute, because a couple weeks ago, right, it was some reports from team personnel that said that he hang with a lot of street dudes or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And even to the point to where they was like pointing lasers at him and making alleged threats towards the different staff and stuff like that. And he been getting caught up a lot in a narrative in which they trying to paint it out like he he running things.
He's a thug.
Yeah, that's what they trying to say.
Who he play for?
Memphis.
Yeah, they need to get rid of.
He said he's a thug and Memphis need to get rid of him ASAP. Yo, maybe we should put Charleston as a general manager of the Memphis Grizzlies. Charleston don't even be knowing nothing about basketball. He don't be caring. He be on the floor. Oh, yeah, he be down there on the Pistons. When we here in Detroit, he said, listen, I know a thug when I see one. He's a thug, and they need to get rid of him ASAP.
They need to get rid of him.
They need to get rid of Ja?
Yeah, he's a liability to the team. He's going to cost some teams some money. You need to get rid of him. Yeah, for public safety reason and team safety reason and protection of the staff. Another team player, they need to get rid of him.
He called this months ago. Months ago. Didn't even know who he played for. He called it months ago.
He's going to get somebody hurt. He's going to get somebody hurt. And we need to be proactive and do our due diligence and remove him from the team, if not from the NBA, swiftly, quickly, and expeditiously. I'm being dead serious. We cannot tolerate this kind of shit in the NBA. After what I just read about this boy here, he done pulled a gun on a 17-year-old, kicked the door in.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you
got
next.
to get his out of here now.
Mm-hmm.
He need to be suspended until.
He said what he said, and everybody was feeling a certain type of way about it when he said it. And this literally was months ago. He said what he said. He said, listen, they need to make an example out of him. They gonna suspend him, or they need to suspend him. They keep giving him these chances. And he's a detriment to the team. Ja gonna fumble the bag. And I was just looking like, dang, see, that might be a little bit much. But he was like, listen, he's a detriment to the team.
We do a further psychological evaluation of this guy and get him some mental help, or get him in some type of anger management and some inpatient or outpatient emotional care.
You know he's supposed to be one of the next stars and faces of the league,
That's
right?
why we need to get him out of here, because those are the thugs. Those. I mean, some guys like him end up becoming great inmates. They got all the talent. You see how this other boy just shot that gun at that college. We cannot allow this guy to go any further. We need to get rid of him now.
You think? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about Charleston Daniels saying that they should have made an example of this man a long time ago? I don't know how I feel about it. See, listen, when I sit down with my people, Charleston, whoever it is that I'm sitting down with on that black couch over there, right? We got different sets that's being built. Don't worry about it. We continue to expand what it is that we got going on here inside of the Millionaire Morning Show studios. I just literally observe. I ask the questions. I don't push back. I don't push forward. I don't incentivize and none of that other type of stuff. I literally just sit there and watch them tell what it is that they want to say, and I give them the platform because I'm curious as to what their thoughts are. He gonna fumble? You think he gonna mess it all up?
He done already fumbled. The boy done pulled a gun out on a 17-year-old kid and kicked the door in. He done already fumbled. These acts of aggressions and violence by NBA players and NFL players and acting like street guys and thugs and gang members should be zero tolerance. One mistake.
Why would they be like that?
We done had too many goddamn Pac-Man Jones. This ain't nothing but another goddamn Pac-Man Jones in the basketball jersey. This ain't nothing but another goddamn Pac-Man Jones. Get him out of here. We done seen this before.
I just be sitting there laughing. So Greg Smith says CW is a wannabe gangster too. No, y'all don't really understand CW's background. That just tell me that you don't know where he come from. You don't know what it is that he's done. You don't know the time that he spent inside of the juvenile detention center, inside of prison, jail, whatever it is, you don't know nothing about it. Apparently, you have not seen me interview his brother that just got out of jail after 31 years, right? Charleston don't want to be a thug. Charleston is for the kids in his community. He's so focused on doing what it is that he's got going on with his own community and his kids and with Pops and so many different people. This dude go out and he give money out. Every single town, every single city that he goes to an underserved, privileged area. He advocates for certain people. So please don't ever, you don't know nothing about him. Nobody that comes from that life wants to be in that life. They trying to get out of that life. They don't want to be a part of it. They want to change it. And you can't switch the narrative and try to move the goalposts because the reality is that he's speaking to what it is that he see happens every single day. Every single day. And what does he see? He can identify when somebody is going to be a potential bag fumbler. You don't think he gonna be okay?
Nope.
You know he one of the superstars of the league right now.
So was Quincy Carter. Nope. No. He needs to rethink being a superstar. Because if you let a superstar get away with this here, you saw what happened to that boy in Florida. They let that boy get away with stealing that lobster. What's his name?
The football player? Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you up on let me break, man. You let me break here. Yeah, nah, man, they stole that lobster down there, man. What's that boy, that Jameson boy?
Yeah.
You gotta punish.
Jameson Winston,
yeah,
I think. Yeah,
you gotta punish superstars as soon as they do something wrong.
Jesus Christ.
And this boy done what, 3 things already.
That we know of.
Now, hold up. He done got so bad, he got the third coming to the game.
Right.
Pointing lasers at the staff.
Yeah.
Now come on now. He gonna get somebody hurt in the locker room. Listen. They don't never shoot at the people that they trying to hit. So here it is. He hanging around these gangsters and thugs. Got them around the motherfucking facilities. When the gangsters come shoot at the one, they go hit an innocent person. One of the cheerleaders or something. Maybe the team doctor. They need to get him away.
You know they're not gonna do that though, right?
Well,
Not until he do something egregious.
Well, that's why they need to take Black Lives Matters off the NBA court then.
If Black lives really matter, then are we not holding each other accountable, or are we enabling bad behavior? If Black lives really matter, because listen. These are the guys. There's nothing that any dude in the hood, regardless of how you feel about it, there's nothing that any guy in the hood wants to be any more than a basketball player, a ball player, or a rapper. I don't even know if you can say a rapper anymore. They sing and they raps now. Nothing that is more influential to a young black man and that is more enticing to a young black woman than a ball player or a rapper. This is just reality. I don't agree with it. I don't stand with it. It's not my thing, but there is nothing more impactful. Black culture is absolutely trash. We all know this. Black culture is absolutely trash, but there is nothing more influential and more impactful than a ball player or a rapper to a young black man and a young black woman. Because the young black man wants all of the fame, the money, and everything that comes with it. They want to be like him, and the young black woman want to be with him. The young black man want to be like him, and the young black woman wants to be with them. And so when you start to look at what the influence and impact of that is, and then you see this egregious behavior, especially considering that he not even from that. Ja Morant is not even from that cloth. Clarence's parents had a really good marriage. Went to Cranbrook. That's a private school. What we talking about? Right? And I'm not an advocate for anybody fumbling the bag. I mean, come on, man. I'm not an advocate for anybody fumbling the bag, but Jesus Christ, man. How many examples do we have to see of this? Pac-Man Jones, Michael Vick, Gilbert Arenas. They still was paying Gilbert Arenas even after they got him out the league. Gilbert Arenas just stopped getting checks from the Washington Wizards. So now y'all stealing money from these good white people. Stealing money, making y'all commissioner look bad, influencing y'all kids to be worse. Listen, it's worse. Let me tell you what's worse. The worst thing ever. The worst thing is not even what it is that you do to yourself. The worst thing is that when you get the spotlight, you make your people look bad. When you get the spotlight, you make your people look bad.
If they ain't gonna get rid of this boy, and knowing this boy is putting everybody's life in jeopardy, and he got these gangsters and these gang thugs coming to the game, pointing red beam laser lights at the staff, cause he done had an argument with the people, then they the NBA officially have made it a stance that they don't care about Black Lives Matter.
So I was baffled. I was taken aback right now. I didn't know what else to say. He had put the cap, he put the 100% twisted the top on the bottle and the whole 9 yards. I didn't know what else to say when he said that. Dang, see, I'm trying to shoot him some bail, man.
He a tall basketball player hanging with thugs. You need to stay away from him. Don't try to defend him. Let him.
Guys, man, I want him to do well.
He's not doing well. Obviously, he got to want to do well, Anton. He don't want to do well, brother.
Why would a multi-$100 million he has the potential to earn $500 million.
Every Jewish owner, every Jewish slave owner in the NBA should know. You can take these out the hood, but you can't take the hood out these. They going back to the hood.
Even if they not from the hood. Is that true? I never wanted to believe that a day in my life that was true. Is that true, y'all? That you can take a dude out the hood, even if he not from the hood, you can keep him away from the hood, but he gonna chase the hood back down in order to ensure that he a part of the hood in order to fumble a bag? And then they gonna be doing tours and writing books talking about don't be like me. Same thing, same cycle, over and over and over and over and over and over. Don't be like me. Same cycle. Listen, guys. Listen, kids. You don't have to do this. You don't have to have guns when you can have security, and even the NBA will provide security for you when they give you private chefs and they have everything and everyone at your beck and call, and you have the best facilities and the best because you know what this is telling me? This actually flies in the face of what the majority of what people say all the time. Ja Morant is literally a walking example of the fact that y'all shouldn't even receive reparations, that it has nothing to do with the environment in which you raised in. This is the argument that Ja is making with his life. He's an example that none of this matters. Well, how? Because even if you're not from it, and even if you're not immersed in it, and even if you was never raised in it and you went to private schools and all of this other type of stuff, you still gonna come back to it because it's your cultural influence. It's your cultural norm. These are the reasons why I say that black culture and the things that we celebrate the most is trash, man. It's trash. Because if you can't make the adjustment in order to do the thing that's in your own best interest, even if you're not from it, then how do we expect anybody to do anything that is in their own best interest, even if they give you a bunch of money? You arguing for reparations. Y'all want $1 million, $2 million, $4 million per person. This dude got $300 million, ain't even from the hood, and can't keep his ass out of trouble. So how are you going to sit here and advocate for and sell me or anybody else on the idea that you're not going to do anything other than whatever it is that's your cultural norm? Why would you change? You didn't change when you didn't have 2 cents in your pockets. And then you got $13 in your pockets and you never changed. And then you became a professional and you went to school and you making $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 a year and you still ain't changed. You're still the same person that you were when you was in the hood. The only difference now is that you got a Challenger, a Charger, a Hellcat, and an Escalade. That's it. You still do the same thing. You hang out in the same places. You carry the same guns. You fuck the same hoes. You do everything that you was doing when you was making $5,000 a year and your mama was on food stamps. And now you making more money than you've ever made in your entire life. And you are a single parent. This is the same thing that they are in the hood.